Okay, well, happy Saturday afternoon all. Done a little 360 recording here too, with my scuffed up lens on this guy. I'm not sure how clear that is right now, because there's some very fine scuffs right along the center of the lens, so I'm not sure how that happened, so I'll have to do a warranty on it. But doing a little 360 recording of the camp here, hanging at Fairfield Lake in Fairfield, Texas. Lake is right over there in the background through the trees. I've got hammocks set up. It's just me this time, but I've got my sleeping hammock, the Sierra Madre Ninox, and the Ember under quilt and top quilt. And it got down cold last night, but I'll tell you, I was plenty toasty. I did go ahead and sleep in my base layers that you can see here. But yeah, I didn't have any problems at all with being too cold. In fact, I was a little overly toasty a couple times and had to put my head out or arms out or something to regulate my temperature a bit. But this seems to work out pretty nice. There's a couple little things that I'm not liking about the fly. Like this guy just pulled loose a few minutes ago trying to tighten the sleeve. That popped right out of there, and I don't think that can go back in, or at least I don't know how to stuff it back in there. So now I'm going to have to knot this and deal with that. But anyway, overall, it seems like a pretty good shelter system. I forgot to bring my poles for the top of the tarp that stretch it out and give you a lot more space, almost like porch mode. But that's all right, I don't really need them. And then over here I've got my little day hammock, just for lounging. It's a Eagle's Nest Outfitter sub 7, and I have the Sierra Madre Puffle strung up underneath it as kind of a makeshift underquilt. It works really well. Keeps my backside from being cold, hanging in the open air, and using the which ones are they? These are the Helios straps. They're a little narrow by today's standards. Everyone is pushing for, minimum 1.5 or 2-inch straps, just to keep from damaging the bark and the cambium layers on the trees. But these are okay. So anyway, just hanging out. Got my REI macro chair over there with under quilt on it, and that's really nice at night when it's chilly out. Other than that, here's camp, and here's the Ryker that brought me here. So there's not really straight through lake access from where I am, because I'm inboard. I think next year I'm going to try to get one of the spots bordering the lake. Spot number 71 down here looks really ideal, because there are a lot of trees and walk right down to the water. We've got a lot of people here with hammocks, quite a few tents, pop-up canopies, things like that. Most of these people, or in fact I think all of them, are car campers, but that's okay. I'd hoped that maybe there would be a few other moto-campers. I don't want to go into these people's campground, but the lake is right here behind us, and it's very nice out here. Very calm, tranquil, minus the running, screaming kids. Oh hey, they've got a Kelty Noah set up as a hammock tarp. Now ain't that slick? I've got this exact same tarp, but I've never tried to use it for a hammock. That's pretty cool. That is a seriously big tarp for a hammock. Wouldn't be any problem there with rain or driving wind or anything. I guess you could probably figure a way to fold the doors in, or make doors out of the end of it. Cool. I'd never tried that with mine. A lot of different gear setups out here, different ideas. Down further that way is a full-service bathhouse. They have showers. They're heated inside. You know, toilets, everything. Kind of nice. I like this place. Trees are changing colors. It's really pretty out here. Next time I come out, I'll bring my solo stove, because there is plenty of burnable biofuel out here. A lot of twigs and branches and tons of leaves and easy to burn stuff for the biofuel stove. The site that I'm at, it's not ideal. The tree spacing is a little odd. This is site number 62, and the trees are just a little oddly spaced for hammock camping. These two are about 23 or 24 feet apart, so they're a little bit of a stretch, but I managed to make it work. I'm not tall enough to get the straps up really high for a good 30-degree angle for such a wide hang. And then these are way too close together. I couldn't even get the tarp in between these guys. And all three of these trees are roughly about the same distance from each other. They're barely, 11 feet apart, so that's not quite far enough. This is a very small hammock, so I was able to string it in here, and makes a good chair or seating area, more or less. But every one of the camping sites, over here on this end anyway, have full pull-in pads for RV, water, electric. I'm not sure if the electric is on. I haven't tried it. Don't really need it. But if I needed to charge something and had a charger with me, I'd be okay. I didn't bring any of that gear because I don't need it. Water might be nice though. Wash up dishes, do that sort of thing. Yep, it works. Cool. Make sure I got that turned all the way off. So yeah, anyway, it's a very nice place. Met a lot of interesting people already. Most people seem to be very interested in the Ryker. They hadn't seen a smaller version of the Can-Ams yet, and they were asking which model Spyder this is. Nope, it's not a Spyder. That's a Can-Am Ryker. Different. So anyway, I'll do an inside-out view of the hammock a little bit later, of the Ninox and kind of the way it's set up inside. I like it. I wish that there was a peak shelf or kind of a gear loft down toward the end, or a way to attach a gear loft would be nice. There is a ridgeline organizer and a very fat strap type ridgeline. I'll show it later, but it's basically this but black, and it's a heavy duty flat strap ridgeline, so you can hang pretty much anything off of it, but there's just not much in the way of gear organization inside of the hammock itself, so I'll have to find some things that I can adapt to the task. Anyway, here's camp, and here's GoPro Max.